Ay, ay, ay.
To itself, okay?
Come on. We, like French, we have to understand what we're getting ourselves into when we are going to Thailand, right? When we're dating in Thailand, when we're being exposed to women in Thailand, right? And Thailand has pros and cons, and I'm not going to contradict myself. I'm not going to be up here and become a hypocrite, right? My first time in Thailand, I was like, wow, lights. You know, I'm partying, I'm clubbing, I'm leaving the club at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I go to the club when it's lights out. I leave the club when it's morning, right? When the streets are full of food vendors that are waiting to serve you because they know you're drunk leaving the club. But we have to understand something, right? A lot of the women that we're going to meet, and I'm just not going to generalize the entire country of Thailand, but a lot of the women that we're going to meet overseas in Thailand, in Pattaya, in Phuket, in Bangkok, in that order specifically, Pattaya, Bangkok, Phuket, right? And Phuket and Bangkok can kind of be flip flop, but Pattaya for sure, Pattaya for sure. 95% of these women just want you for your money. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. 100% of these women just want you for your money. That is it. That is it. And I talked about this 5 years ago. I talked about this 5 years ago. I said, don't trust these women. I said that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I said, don't trust these women. I said that 5 years ago. Don't trust these women. Right? And till this day, nothing has changed. Right? And I know some of y'all didn't watch that video. Probably none of y'all watched the video. And I'm going to tell you what happened because I still remember. 5 years later, I met a woman in a club, right? Her name was Bean. It's funny how I remember this 5 years later. 5 years later, I still remember her name. I met a woman in a club in Pattaya, 808 specifically. Her name was Bean, right? Uh, we met, we exchanged contact. You know, I was leaving, whatever the case may be. I was tired, hungover, hungry. I don't know. I was leaving. She said she was coming over after the club, right? After she leave 808, she's coming over. And I'm thinking she's coming over. Long story short, you know, I looked at her Instagram story and she would a dude at Flex or some other club. I'm like, yo, you said that you was coming over after the club, and I look at your Instagram story or whatever the case may be. You come up with lies, excuses of why you can't come over, right? And that's the sum of the video. You know, she said she was gonna come over. She made excuses why not to come over, you know, and someone else took her home, right? You can't not trust these women. I'm gonna tell you why. Things have changed. Thailand isn't the Thailand it was pre 5 years ago, pre 2020, right? When I first started going to Thailand, you could walk inside a Lucifer, which isn't the Lucifer it is now. Lucifer was really the 808, you know, as far as music is concerned. They had a live band, they had everything, right? Lucifer was really the top spot in Pattaya at the time, right? Flex was still there, but as the after hour spot. But you could walk into Lucifer, a woman be grabbing you. Like I'm walking in Lucifer, women grabbing me, doing all sorts of things, trying to touch me, pull my shirt while I'm walking to the back of Lucifer to be over there near the band. Right? Nowadays, you walk into the club, women aren't grabbing you. And that tells you how Thailand has changed. Women aren't grabbing you. I've been to Thailand quite a few times over the past 5 years. I've never walked in anywhere where a woman was grabbing me, pulling me. But back in the day, that's how it was. And you vets, you people that have been to Thailand or been going for a while, no. Back in the day, you could walk into places and women chose you. Now Thailand is so populated that you have to choose them. And I'm going to repeat that again. Back in the day in Thailand, women chose you. Now Thailand is so populated that you got to choose them because they know out of those guys that's in that club, that bar, those guys down Walking Street, they know out of all those guys that they're running into, 50 guys to 3 women, they know that someone's going to choose them. They know no matter how they look, big, small, skinny, ugly, 1 through 10, somebody's going to choose them. Hey, how you doing? I need a favor. I need a favor. I know I'm sitting here hanging backwards like 50 Cent at the Super Bowl, but I need a favor. I'm not asking for money, donations, clicking the link, nothing like that. Do me one favor. Can you do that for me? It's free. I swear. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. You hit it. You hit it. You hit it. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate you. Maybe not an American. Maybe not an English. Maybe not a Canadian. Maybe an Indian. Maybe a Pakistani. Maybe someone's going to choose them. So Thailand isn't the Thailand it was before, but we have to be careful, right? And I told someone this. I don't know if I would ever date a woman that stays in Pattaya, right? And I also told someone this recently. If you meet a woman, right, and this is goes for outside of Thailand as well. If you meet a woman, right, pay attention. If you meet a woman and she's not getting up and going to work every day, what do you think she does for a living? Let me repeat that again. I'm going to slow it down, guys. I'm going to speak into a microphone. I'm going to bring it up to my mouth so y'all can hear me. If you meet a woman, and she's not getting up every day and going to work, what do you think she does for a living? Think about that for a second. It's obvious, right? You say, oh, she could have a guy taking care of her, da 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 da. Yeah, all right. Yes, that's a possibility, right? Yes, that's a possibility. That's another topic. That's another video. That's a possibility. But we have to understand that the dating game in Thailand is really not, it's non-existent. I don't suggest it, right? And I'm sorry I keep saying Thailand, but specifically Pattaya, I don't suggest you going there and finding a girlfriend. You going there with the intentions of finding a spouse, a partner, a wife, because who wants to wife a woman that is or was selling? Let me repeat that again. Who wants to wife a woman that is or was selling? Raise your hand. I'll wait. That's crazy. This woman asked me, do I want to suck everything about her? It's to translate for sure. Let me see if you can see it. Trying to do it so you don't see her name. That's crazy work right here. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Let me see if you can see it. Shoot. Anyway, yeah, I do. Anyway, the dating game in Thailand is polluted, right? And people talk about, oh, You're going there to be with women, working women, women of the night. You're paying for it, right? And I've talked about this continuously, time and time again. Let's be honest. I meet a woman, right, in the States. I gotta get dressed, pick her up. So I gotta leave super early, right? We're going to a restaurant. We're not going to Shoney's. We're not going to Applebee's, right? Take it to a nice restaurant, right? Maybe something afterwards, maybe drinks, maybe bowling, maybe a movie, whatever the case may be, right? I don't get none. She go home, then I drive home, right? I spent $150, $200, right? I go home, I put on a movie, I do something to myself, and I go to sleep after I take a shower. All right, let me break that down to you. Would you rather indirectly pay for it, right, and not know whether you're going to get none or not? Take her out to dinner, movies, bowling, right? Wine, beach, whatever. Take her out to impress her, hoping you get some and spend, $150, $200. Or would you rather just go ahead and pay for it? You may or may not ever see her again. And that's why people would rather pay. And I'm going to talk about this in another video. I would rather directly pay for what I know I want than to waste my time getting ready, putting on a nice shirt, make sure my pants out the cleanest, iron my pants, get a haircut, put on cologne, take a shower, make sure I put gas in my car, go pick a woman up, take her to some restaurant that I probably don't want to go to that she likes, but I'm eating the food, but I really don't want to be there. I hate that kind of food. And I'm praying that I have the opportunity to take her back and do some ground and pound. Okay, if not, I just spent $150, $200. All right, the second date, I'm going to do the same thing all over again. I'm going to spend another $150, $200. Now what? 300, 400, 500 in on 2 dates, 3 dates, and I might not have had none then. So would you rather spend 400, 500 on 2, 3 dates, hoping you get some, or would you rather go somewhere and just pay for it and get it out the way? Because let's be honest, I'm not taking you on a date because I want to get to know you. Yes, I might want to get to know you, but I also want to get to know what's between you as well. But I feel like people that go to Pattaya specifically have to understand that what you're going there for. And I was into the tourism, the SX tourism at one point in time in my life. I'm just being honest. And now and I got out of it for a while, but now I'm kind of at the point where it's like, man, maybe that's not all that bad. I don't need to spend $150, $100 on dinner to get to know someone. We can get to know each other through text message, WhatsApp. I don't got to put on clothes, take a shower, take you to a nice restaurant to get to know you. We can get on WhatsApp video, get to know one another. So we must understand what we're getting into when we're going to places like Thailand, Pattaya specifically. It's no secret that prostitution is there. It's no secret that prostitution is at Soy 6 and almost every bar in between, right? It's not a secret that you can take these women home, but you have to go there and use Thailand for what it's going to use you for. But you can't be naive or noob or childish or dumb or inconsiderate and think that these women aren't using you. Because 5 years ago, this woman right here used me. 5 years ago, she said she was coming over, and I guess she found another guy that was going to give her more money, and she went home with him. It's a money game. Let's say I offered her 2,000. It's guys in there that's weekend warriors, part-time guys going in there, 3, 4, 5, 6,000. Who you think? You think she's going to leave the club and go with me? Or go with that guy that offered her twice as much as I offered her? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Excuse me. Excuse me. She's going to leave that club with the person who offers her the most amount of money. And that's something that you should take advantage of. If you really want someone, I'm not saying go in there and spend 10,000 baht on a woman because you think she's cute and you don't want no one else to have her. Although you're probably not the first guy she's had that day or the second. But be mindful that if you don't take them now, you probably won't get them that night. And I'm sorry, I got allergies, sniffles, whatever, just whatever the case may be. Just be mindful of that. But are there good women in Pattaya? I want to repeat this one thing again. If she does not get up in the morning and go to work, ask yourself what she does for a living. And I met a woman or two in Pattaya that were good women, right? Matter of fact, I've met women in Pattaya that are married that I was with, right? And and I was in Pattaya 2 years ago, and that woman still in 808, sitting at the same table. If you know, you know. Got a business there. That's all I'm gonna say. And I was with her, when I was there last. Not last time, but time before that. And she's married. Oh, I was with you can probably go to 808 today and she gonna be there with a bottle. But anyway, I was with another woman that was married in Thailand. Her husband wasn't there, right? She was married, right? I've been with two or three women that are or were married that currently reside in Pattaya. So you can say, "Oh, I found a good woman in Pattaya. She's still there. I'll be back with her." I might have had her already. I'm just being. I hope not, but I might have had. I can name two men right now. One that's probably in 808 right now. That's married that I've been with multiple times. Skin to skin, no latex, multiple times. So we can't use the excuse of, "Oh, we're married. I found a good girl there." Listen, if you're not there with her right now, how you know what she's doing? She's out with her friends. She's with family, her mom, her sister. She's at the store. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's running down. She's at the mosque. How do you know? There's 24 hours in a day. And at some point in those 24 hours, me and you have to go to sleep. You can do not. You can have on video call 24 hours a day and not sleep, not work. I'm just saying that I have had relations with women that are in Pattaya right now that are or were married. So if you can't trust the married woman in Pattaya, can you trust the rest of them? And someone said this. They said it's every woman to go for the right man. Your wife or fiance may say no to 7 or 8 guys, but that guy that has the game, or that guy that she finds attractive, that guy that she tells she's married and he don't care, and he's still trying to talk to her, and he's persistent, and you're not coming back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and she don't want to use that toy, she gonna go. She gonna go, right? And I'm not saying every woman's the same. I'm not trying to generalize every woman. All I'm saying is be careful when dating in some of these countries, and specifically Thailand, because I've been a victim of the bamboozle ship. I've been hustled. I've been taken advantage of. I've been lied to. I've offered women money, and they say it was coming over, but someone else offered them more. And they messaging me saying, "Oh, you offered me 2,500. Someone else offered me 4,000. Are you willing to go up?" And I love Thailand. I'm probably going to go back very, very soon. But I would not go there thinking someone loves me, thinking someone cares for me, thinking that I'm going to find my way. I just won't do it. If you find her in the country, maybe. Just know what you're getting yourself into, right? Use it for what it's for. Thailand is a beautiful country. There's a lot to do. It's a lot to see. The water, the jet skis, the islands, the resorts, the food. Even though I've had food poisoning in Thailand twice, there's a lot to do and there's a lot to see in Thailand. But I would never suggest anyone there go for a relationship. Right? You see guys 70, 80 years old getting pushed around in a wheelchair by some woman that looks like she's 32. You think she's with that 70, 80-year-old man because he's handsome and he gives a good ground and pound? You think that 30-year-old woman is with that 60-year-old man because he's cute? Think about that. Enjoy Thailand, but you're not the only one.